Yeah, you can make it too. I know, but he has his own home fryer.
Scapula,
All right.
supine.
That's awesome.
We have the scapulothoracic. We can do a scapular rotation, superior inferior angle. So let's say we wanted to do the left side. So we put her arm behind her back here, so we can flare the angles of the scapula. I'm standing somewhat perpendicular to the patient. I'm going to take a hypothenar palmar contact here. I'm going to get on the inferior angle of the scapula here, and get on the superior angle of the scapula here. This hand is going to go this way as this goes that way. So I'm going to pivot, the hands in opposite directions, and I can add a little slight impulse at the end. And I'm going to pivot my hands the other way, and pivot the scapula now the other way, an impulse. And just mobilizing that joint, right? Then I can do scapula medial to lateral glide. Gotta get over here so you don't see my side. Just so you don't see my back. I don't know. So now this one here, I'm going to use a metacarpal phalangeal contact. I'm going to start at the inferior angle and work my way around the medial border, taking tissue pull from kind of either from inferior to medial, inferior to superior, from medial to lateral around the border. A little lower down. I'm going to take tissue pull here. First I get up underneath the scapula a little bit. And you can add a little slight impulse. All right.
Oh my god.
And back again.
So you move up that whole side?
Yeah, up this whole side and back down. I'm reinforcing here. I'm taking tissue pull. I don't want to just get right here, then I'm just going to ride over the scapula. So I'm getting the tissue pull to try to get underneath. Remember we said the alternative? I kind of grab the shoulder here, take this index web thumb contact, and I can get up underneath this way.
I like this one.
I like this one.
Gumby though.
I'm doing the same thing, just
Where's your serratus, Sam?
I can how to do it then. She starts laughing, right? So then I'm just getting it in and doing the same thing. And then the last one, you have it turned on your side, facing me.
Oh, this one I really like. These are only three of them.
Side posture.
Everything.
No, you like?
What is this?
Actually, scoot your pelvis back.
Get your ass back there.
Beep! Like, I'm gonna do beep.
There's so many videos for that. Put some music to that.
So I'm gonna lean her, towards my body here. But obviously my body is over here, not over by her face. Here's the lateral bore of the scap. I'm going to take a hypothenar contact here. I'm going to reinforce. And I'm going to just pivot
Jake, you missed it.
from lateral to medial.
He ran.
And I could, if I want, grab here too to get a little bit more pull. You see how I have her stable? She's not all over the place. A lot of times on the tests we scoot back further. We got the patient doing, doing all this. The students doing on the test. Obviously they're losing points because they didn't stabilize the patient at all.
Does it matter which way we contact in terms of that hypothenar or that counter rotation? Or is
No,
it just
yeah,
whatever
I mean, if you're reinforcing, you tend to do this. Otherwise, you're just kind of grabbing here.
Okay.
Some people, again, we see sometimes they're doing this. I mean, could you do it this way with your thumbs? You probably could, but a lot of times you may hit a trigger point. It's too painful for the patient, so this is a little bit broader contact. It's a little softer when you do this versus trying to use your thumbs. I'm only feeling here just to feel where that scapula is. Once I know where it is, then I lay my hand there. All right, so let's try those.